Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Leatherman Mini and a copy I just recently found. Now I've heard about the Leatherman Mini that it had a copy, but I've never actually seen one. So I on purpose bought it knowing it was a copy just to show you guys the differences so that no one accidentally picks up a fake thinking it's a real one. Now I wanted to mention again how it's just amazing how Leatherman was able to pack such a tiny package in the Leatherman Mini. Compared to the Juice, it's just a very, very small multi-tool. And we find that on the original multi-tool on the outside, it has Mini-tool, it has Leatherman, it will have the rulers on the sides. And on this one, it has nothing, no markings at all. But it will look a lot like the original multi-tool, but it's actually a little bit bigger. And you can see how at the bottom, it doesn't really fit. It doesn't really match perfectly at the bottom here. So it's a little bit taller by about 1/4 of an inch, but it's unique in that the screws are even sort of gnarled just like the original Leatherman Mini. So they got many things almost exactly the same, but there are some pretty big differences as well. So let's go ahead and open this up. And this one is definitely a little bit stiff, the fake one. The Leatherman right here is a lot smoother. And then on the inside, again, we can see several differences. So right away, we notice that the Leatherman actually has this almost like lanyard keychain attachment, I guess. And obviously this one does not. And we can see at a glance the pliers are going to be very different. The fake does not have the Leatherman. It does not come to as fine a tip, needle nose tip. This one actually just looks like they took multi-tool, longer multi-tool pliers and ground the end down. So that's a little different how that is. Now, the end looks okay. Surprisingly enough for how cheap this tool is, it actually seems to meet together pretty well. And it actually can cut wire pretty well. I already tested that. But you can definitely see it says stainless china inside. But if you were to buy this online with the arms extended, it might be very confusing. You might think you had actually gotten a mini tool, but obviously you didn't. So on the inside, we'll notice a couple different differences and other further differences, I should say, as well. So on the back side, they're pretty identical, but on the front, when you turn this around, the Leatherman Mini actually has a can opener and a bottle opener, and this fake Leatherman Mini has what looks like essentially just 2 bottle cap lifters. I'm not sure why they did that. I don't know why they copied almost everything and then didn't copy that. I don't know if they thought that would save them from a copyright infringement. Who knows what they thought, but anyway, that's what it is. I would imagine the Leatherman Mini's copyright has far since expired. I'm not sure when this multi-tool was made. So then on the inside tools, we again have very similar to the Leatherman Mini. We have the file and the screwdriver, and the file and the screwdriver and the knife. So right here, again, very similar, except again, the fake has a knife actually about the same size, and then the fake has the file and the screwdriver actually a little bit shorter. So now on this fake file, you can see it doesn't look very good at all. It doesn't even look like they got the whole file cut into the metal. I'm not sure what happened there. And then on the end, I mean, I guess it's a screwdriver to some extent, but it looks very, very cheap. All right, and then I did want to mention one more thing about this is that the knife is extremely dull in the fake. I mean, it is really, 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 really dull. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, so I wanted to mention this to you again, just to let you guys know that this is out there, a fake of the Leatherman Mini. And again, there have been times when I have almost bought, let's say, a Sheffield, I think it is, their version of the PST, and I thought it was a Leatherman. And so some of these are getting pretty good at being almost the same, especially if the seller doesn't give you good pictures. So you could just look at it a little bit and you could say, wow, that's definitely a Leatherman. It's got these fold out. Most of you, I'm sure, probably already know there's a lot more differences than that, but it could confuse some people if they just took a glance at the picture. Overall, I don't think it's an awful buy, to be honest. I got this for $12 and I actually might want to mod it, see what I can do with it. It's not just awful. The knife is awful and the screwdriver is, but there's always a possibility that I can swap them out actually with something a little bit better. And I did want to experiment with adding a pocket clip on this as well. So having a cheap tool that I don't really care about is the perfect blank project for that. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Keep collecting, and we'll see you in the next one.